So the next step, once we have decided on the niche and the city, is to go out and gather and do our keyword research, right? So our main keyword is now water damage Reno, Nevada, or water damage restoration Reno, NV for Nevada. And that's the main keyword we're going after to rank our website for. But also understand that out of all the searches that come in every month for people looking for water damage services in this in any particular city, less than half actually come from the exact match keyword. So less than half the people are actually searching for the exact keyword water damage restoration, right? The statistic shows that almost 70 or more percentage of the people searching for water damage services, they type in long tail keywords, LSI keywords, related keywords. Long tail would be something like, best emergency water damage company in Reno, Nevada, right? LSI is actually a short form for latent semantics index, which basically means related keywords or secondary keywords, right? So people will be looking for water cleanup in my basement, water repair services, things like that. And also secondary and related keywords. When I say related keywords, things like mold removal. I need to remove mold in my basement caused by water damage, right? Or basement flooded. Okay. So we want to scoop up as many keywords as we can to include in our content in the website, because the chances of our website showing up for those keywords would be higher, because most of the websites out there, they may not really scoop up all the keywords, right? So we want to make sure our chances of coming up and ranking for these long tail keywords are a lot more. So some of the tools you can use, and I'll go over this quickly. I'll show this to you actually in detail here, is Google AdWords tool. That platform is a great platform to get some keyword ideas. It was called the Keyword Planner tool, the Google Keyword Planner. You can still search for Google Keywords Planner and then log into your Google AdWords dashboard. It'll give you ideas. I'll show that to you. There's a website called ubersuggest.io. I think now it's called neilpatel.com/ubersuggest. We'll go over that. Wikipedia, believe it or not, will give you some good keyword ideas. There is I shouldn't say rumor, but there is a sect of people, or maybe a sizable amount of evidence showing that the Google algorithm actually is based off of the Wikipedia algorithm, or vice versa. So, if you have Wikipedia, if you do some, homework on Wikipedia for your keyword, you will find quite a bit of related keywords that you can use to put in your website. And Google actually is so smart that it can show up your website even though it's related to a different keyword. So I hope that makes sense. But using Wikipedia is a good idea. And then of course we can always go to a competition. The top 10 websites in Google right now for our main keyword. We can look into them and also get ideas for keywords. Okay, so let's dive into each of these one by one. So I'm in the Google Keyword Planner. You can actually just Google Keyword Planner and then log into it, and you should be able to see something like this, or maybe even a regular Google AdWords dashboard. But you can search for, I just did a search for water damage restoration, and then I just put in the locations only Reno, Nevada, right? So the idea is I want to look for keyword ideas of people, of all the searches that are coming in for water damage restoration in the Reno area. I think it's Reno. I'm not sure if it's Reno or Reno, but whatever. And then get a idea on gather up all the keyword related keywords, right? So the very first keyword is, it's just water damage restoration. This is not the volume, don't go by that. This is probably the whole United States volume. I'm not really sure. I'm not an AdWords expert. But if you see, the cost per click is $71, right, in Reno, Nevada. This may be more closer, 1600. But again, these two, for water damage restoration and water damage, they may be beefed up a bit because the people searching, these companies search in Google and see where their website is standing, and that may contribute to this number, right? But it's more likely in the tens as we go down. But the whole idea is we want to get as much as we can, right? So water restoration, water damage repair, water damage cleanup, these are all related keywords. flood restoration, water removal, mitigation, flood cleanup. So you want to look into all of these and maybe download as many as you can. You can actually go and export all of these into a CSV file and go through those, right? Disaster restoration, sewage cleanup, flood damage repair. Whole idea is to gather as many keywords as we can, and this is only 50 of 788 keywords. So you can actually do an export CSV. Let me just do that, and then go ahead and go through it and filter out all the keywords that may not be related, because some of these could be some of the keywords that show up could be like, water damage restoration, California, which may not be related, or a repeat. So we just want to use our common sense. Okay, so this is using Google Keyword Planner. The other thing you can use is Uber Suggest. So now it's called neilpatel.com Uber Suggest. And you can go in there and you can search for water damage, Reno, Nevada. And let's see what that shows. So this will give us the number of searches a month, the average number of searches a month. It's another cool website you can use to find out your monthly volume and also some related keywords. So it's still loading. So I had to actually restart this search. So I now search for water damage restoration right now. Search volume is 40, but our goal is not just to get the main keyword. We also want to go and get some keyword ideas. So over here, if you click on keyword ideas, it'll show all other keyword ideas. Right now, it's not showing anything at all. Let's just see. Hold on. So they had basically changed the layout, the format of the website, but basically under keyword idea suggestions, it just shows our main keyword. But you click on this related tab here and other keywords. So phone screen repair, we should use a common sense, that's not be after, but mold removal, water damage, sofa cleaning, look at that, it may be related a little bit, who knows, people might be searching. Definitely flooded basement. Restoration companies, water damage, Reno. Look at that, it's almost 3,600 searches a month. That's pretty big. Fire restoration, flood dry, basement flood. So you can go through these and scoop up as many as keyword ideas you have, right? But the number one thing I would go is basically just go to a Google search for water damage. Well, let me show you the number two thing that I would also go is the Wikipedia. Okay, so I would do something like my main keyword, Wikipedia, and we get water damage Wikipedia, open that in a new window, come down. Okay, there's flood control could be something, Wikipedia, indoor mold restoration. So you could get ideas out of this. And I'll show you exactly what kind of keywords I'm talking about when we use Wikipedia. So if you come over here, most of the folks who are doing SEO or putting up websites, they will just be going after the main keywords: water damage, flood damage, basement flooded, things like that. But when you come into Wikipedia, we can actually get quite a few keyword ideas just by reading what's in Wikipedia. Right now, don't copy and paste the exact content. You don't want any duplicate content. But look at this, right? Cause of residential water damage is a failure of sump pump. So there are going to be potential people searching for sump pump failure or basement flooded, sump pump failure. Okay, insurance policies. People could be searching for water damage companies covering my insurance. Things like that, right? Let's see what else. Like, okay, right, rotting of wood cost flooded basement. So these are, you can get ideas, sewer and drain coverage, restoration company. So you can get quite a few ideas through here. So just going down the same, so many gallons of water, clogged toilets, broken leaking pipes. These are amazing keywords that we can use. Look at that, dishwasher leakage, washing machine overflow. So you don't want to just use your main keywords. These are like, if you take a word like water damage restoration, right? That's the solution people are searching for. But oftentimes people just Google the problem. Okay, washing machine overflowed, basement flooded, right? You'd be surprised how many people, I mean, um, Sue, the housewife, may not know that there is actually a company called there is a whole industry for water damage restoration, right? All she knows is her washing machine overflows and the basement is flooded, and she may be searching for something like washing machine overflow flooded company. Who knows, right? And we want to make sure we scoop up all of these and put it into our website. So that's going to help. But like I said, our main source of idea would be if you just go and search for water damage Reno, Nevada, and then we look up all the different websites, open up all of these in a separate tab, and look into what they have put in. So you can get so many ideas just from using a competition websites. Now, don't go and copy that, but you can get ideas. Okay, look at that: sewage backup cleanup, fire damage, water damage. So if you just go under services, you now have an idea for what kind of service pages you should have, because this person we know is a properly optimized website here. Okay, he's already done a lot of his keyword research for whatever he knew, so we can just piggyback off of that. So water damage restoration is one page, sewage cleanup is a separate page, put a whole different page for mold removal, a whole separate page for fire and smoke damage, right? And then commercial restoration. See, we did not even think of that. That's going to be a big job for sure. And that's the whole idea, right? As a matter of fact, just yesterday I had put up a website in the water damage niche in one of my cities near my where I live. I'm just getting into the water damage niche because there's a lot of money in there. And like a day after I put in the call, so after I put in the site, I think I put up the site like maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago. I got the GMB verified like 3 days ago. And then yesterday I get a call, somebody saying, their office is flooded. Okay, and I just took down the name and number and I called up a water damage company near me and said, here is a free lead. And they were ecstatic. I mean, a free commercial water damage lead. When I'm going to call them again next week, they're going to be working on how can we work together, right? That's the whole idea. But as we're going over here, you can take ideas from these services, right? You click on, I don't know, mold removal and see what kind of keywords you can put for, scoop up for mold removal, okay? Mold testing, mold infestation, fungus and mold decontamination, visual mold inspection. I mean, there is a ton of keywords that you can scoop up and have your website optimized for. 98 to 99% of the people who do SEO, they do not do this kind of keyword research. And then when you do this kind of keyword research, your website will show up without too much work for a lot of long tail keywords. And so even without you getting into the top of Google or the map pack for the main keyword, our main keyword being water damage, Reno, Nevada, right? Even without that, you would be getting calls. Get that? So this particular keyword, water damage, Reno, Nevada, could be 100 searches a month. But there's going to be people searching for mold removal and mold testing, and that's not going to be too many keywords, but that's a worthwhile lead to the more water damage company. So hope this makes some sense, guys. Go out, do your due diligence, scoop up all the keywords, and then next we'll go off and prepare some content.